This is George Waselenchuk, who's the operations manager for Rexall Place. He is the mastermind who is making all of this happen. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
You're very welcome.
Okay, first of all, like I said, very nerdy obsession. My favorite fun fact about the CFR was that this is the same dirt that has been used year after year since 1974, when that was the first CFR in Rexall Place.
Mostly that's true. I know that there's been years where they had to add and subtract and pull out. There were some mixtures with some asphalt from digging it up and stuff. But yeah, in large part it is most of the dirt from 1974.
Do you have any idea how much dirt is under our feet right now?
Generally when we're finished, it's about 1,000 yards of dirt.
How the heck do you get it in here, get it out here?
All with our contractor that we bring in for the service brings it all in, one tandem load at a time. And as you can see in the background, there's 3 skid steers and a big front end loader pushing it all around, getting it all in the right spots. And they check the depth and make sure it's all uniform. And then once they're completed, our dirt contractor comes in and grooms the dirt for us. We actually send dirt samples out before rodeo, ahead of time of rodeo, to see if we have to add or subtract anything. Sometimes you have to add more sand, sometimes you have to add more clay, because it has to have good consistency for each of the different events. Obviously the more dangerous one, bull riding, they have to have a good solid surface for that so the animal doesn't lose its footing. And barrel racing. Barrel racing is another one that really has to have good consistency and surface.
I imagine time has to be your biggest enemy.
Oh, definitely. And it's one of those things where the event's always evolving. It almost seems like they're never completely set up until you start to tear them down. And that's just the way events are. As soon as the last performance ends, we start tearing everything down, changing things over, remove the advertising, start removing the dirt, start cleaning. Cleaning's a massive process.
Oh gosh, yeah.
The running joke is that 120 truckloads of dirt come in and only 118 truckloads leave. The rest has to be washed out of the building.
Right. Can we talk about the dirt for a second? I'm
Sure.
clearly obsessed. Where do you store it?
We store it on our storage lot, actually on site here. It doesn't go far. It stays within 2 kilometers of the building. It gets piled in a big pile. We actually spray it for weeds and do soil testing on it throughout the year just to make sure that it's being maintained. And hopefully once the rodeo's done, it gets piled nice and a little bit wet so that there's a good crust on top so the snow doesn't sink too deep into it.
Wow, there's a lot of thought that goes into this year round.
Yes.